Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is Wyln News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. Wyln News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on Wyln News. Here's a recap of our top stories from the week.
A man has been taken into custody in Plymouth after police say he spit on officers. According to Plymouth Borough Police, officers executed a search warrant on Thursday, June 12th at 50 Center Avenue in Plymouth. The search warrant was stemming from an investigation into an alleged shooting that took place on May 8th. While executing the search warrant, officers say they were met with non-compliance and hostility by the resident, 18-year-old Michael Haskins. Police say Haskins was arrested due to his actions inside the residence, which included fighting with officers, spitting in their face, and calling them pigs. Haskins has been charged with aggravated assault, resisting arrest, simple assault, possession of drug paraphernalia, and harassment in connection with the incident.
Emergency crews responded to a motor vehicle crash on Interstate 81 northbound near West Hazleton on Monday. According to officials, crews were called to the scene near exit 145 around 4 p.m. The crash involved a tractor-trailer and a truck. Lane restrictions were temporarily in place as crews worked to clear the scene, but have since been lifted. Additional details regarding the crash have not yet been released. Pennsylvania State Police say 2 individuals are in custody and 2 additional suspects are still on the run following an incident on Interstate 81 Wednesday morning. According to officials, Mahanoy City Police located and occupied a stolen vehicle around 4 a.m. and attempted to conduct a traffic stop. Investigators say the vehicle had been stolen out of Beaver Meadows. A pursuit ensued, and the vehicle traveled northbound onto Interstate 81. In the area of the Interstate 81 northbound ramp for Interstate 80 in Butler Township, officials say the suspects lost control of the vehicle and crashed. The 4 occupants of the vehicle then reportedly fled the scene on foot. 2 of the suspects were taken into custody, but 2 remain at large. State police say the 2 suspects in custody are an adult male and juvenile male, but their names have not yet been released. One of the remaining suspects is believed to be in the Drums area. He is described as a Hispanic male standing 5 feet 8 inches tall and wearing black shorts and a black graphic t-shirt. State police and local law enforcement are canvassing the area in search of the suspect. The public is warned not to approach this individual and to report anything that seems suspicious. Anyone with information regarding the incident can call Pennsylvania State Police in Hazleton at 570-459-3890.
Hazleton City Police have released additional details regarding a shooting that took place on Tuesday. According to police, officers were first called to the scene in the area of North Vine Street and 14th Street around 1 o'clock p.m. for reports of gunshots. When they arrived on scene, police say they found several shell casings in the area and were able to identify the vehicle involved. Officers attempted to conduct a traffic stop, and the vehicle fled at a high rate of speed. The vehicle reportedly came to a stop after the occupants bailed out, leaving it to roll into a parked box truck. According to police, several arrests have been made in connection with the incident. Police say all of the individuals arrested have been determined to be juveniles. The investigation into the incident remains ongoing. Anyone with information regarding the case is asked to call 911. Additional details have been released regarding a structure fire in Hazleton on Wednesday. According to officials, crews were dispatched to the intersection of West Maple Street and North Church Street around 3:30 a.m. for reports of a residential structure fire. Upon arriving at the scene, crews discovered heavy smoke coming from the rear of the building on the 3rd floor. Crews say the fire was discovered on the 2nd floor ceiling and was spreading to the 3rd floor. According to officials, 2 firefighters were transported to Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton, one for heat exhaustion and another for an arm laceration. Both firefighters have since been released. 4 residents have been displaced by the fire. The building sustained moderate fire, smoke, and water damage. Following an investigation, the state police fire marshal determined that the cause of the fire was accidental and electrical in nature. The Helping Hands Society Telethon is right around the corner. This year, the telethon will take place on Saturday, June 21st at the former Quality Beverage Distributors Building on South Poplar Street in Hazleton. The telethon will run from 1 o'clock p.m. to 8 o'clock p.m. and will be broadcast live on WYLN. The event will feature live music and performances, craft vendors, food trucks, and a special guest appearance by Charlie Prose. The money raised during the telethon will support the Helping Hands Society, a nonprofit organization in Hazleton that provides educational and therapeutic services to children with special needs.
Coming up on WYLN News, we check in with PA State Representative Dane Watrow on Watrow's Weekly Update. Plus, Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Shamokin Part 4. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network and Jefferson Health. Investing in your well-being and building healthier communities because more expertise and convenient care mean better outcomes and a healthier you. Learn more at lvhn.org/Jefferson.
Hi, my name is Ezra. I'm 5 years old, and it's sunny out, so break your sunglasses.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today. If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Cheers Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in at 610 North Broad Street in West Hazleton, 570-454-7229. Cheers is proud to be celebrating 70 years in business.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Solo Spaceman. Watch Solo Spaceman on WYLN Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 7, and Sundays at 4:30.
Welcome back to Watrow's Weekly Update. I'm joined, as always, with State Representative Dane Watrow. Dane, how's it going?
Very good. This is our third time, I think, now.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, doing very good. The weather finally broke, so I feel much better out there. I feel more energized, sick of the rain, so I'm happy to see the sun poking through.
Yeah, it's good to see some sunshine.
Yeah.
So I know you've been hard at work at the Capitol with the deadline for the budget coming up. If you want to just kind of give us an update on how all that's going.
Yeah, this is the month. June is the month, budget season. We're down there nonstop. Just came back to the district here yesterday to get some work done back home, and we'll be heading back down probably Sunday night until hopefully we get the budget complete on June 30th. We're getting a lot of budget line items done. Yesterday, or I'm sorry, not yesterday, Tuesday afternoon was the big transportation piece of it. We kicked over to the Senate. We'll see what the Senate decides to do with it. Transportation, there's roads and bridges in there. I was a yes vote on that, and the reason why I was a yes vote on that because northeastern Pennsylvania could definitely use some help with roads and bridges. So that's a very important piece. Now, transportation is also super important. I know we spoke about it a few months back and how transportation works. State dollars comes into our transit system, and our Hazleton area will receive some money for that, and our Schuylkill County STS will also receive some state dollars, which would be an increase in funding for that. A majority of the people, let's face it, don't use public transportation, but the ones that do, they need it. They need to get to their doctor's appointments, put food on the table. It's just very important to make sure that we have that available for them. And a majority of those funds, unfortunately, it goes to Philadelphia and to Pittsburgh. That is a much bigger area than which I represent here, and they have much more representatives down there, so they get a big piece of that, where we still do benefit though from that. So that's definitely a good thing.
Definitely.
So hopefully I'm going to be coming back to report that we did complete the budget on time. I'm hopeful, but like I said, there's some questionable things in that budget that I will be a no vote on, and maybe I'll explain why when that does come to us, and but hopefully be back to report some very good news.
All right, well, we'll check back in a few weeks. I know also in Harrisburg you had some visitors this week.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up on social media there. I had it all over. Pennsylvania State Police, they have this unique program. It's not Camp Cadet, but it's a camp for women and men who wants to be involved with law enforcement. Not necessarily state police, but a local municipalities, townships, boroughs, or go to Act 120. This really gets them to see what police academy is going to be like. And the Pennsylvania State Police, Trooper Peters, he was a local guy in the Hazleton area for quite some time, but this is his baby right now, and he had dozens. If I'm going to shoot from the hip, I'd probably say about 60 of these adult cadets. You have to be 18 years of age and older to join this program and see if police is the right fit for you. But this is his baby, and he does such a great job at it. Military drill instructors were down, and I got them to be on the house floor, got to announce them. Then we took a picture with them, and I actually just pinned them a bunch of notes for all the cadets that are attending that program, a picture that they could have for their file. And I'm just really looking forward to see what these young people are going to do with their careers in law enforcement. But it's a great opportunity for them and myself and other legislators to welcome them onto the House floor this past week.
Absolutely. That sounds like a great program.
Great program. Yeah, I'm very happy to see the Pennsylvania State Police really caring about our children and the younger adults, trying to steer them into law enforcement. Let's face it, nobody wants to do that type of work anymore. It's hard. Teaching is hard. Law enforcement's hard. It's really hard to get them involved in that type of great profession.
Sounds like a good launch point, too, to the police academy.
Yeah, really great launch point. Yep.
So I know we were also talking about the STEM bus that is coming to Hazleton. It's kind of a cool program.
Yeah, I had the opportunity a few weeks back when school was still in session. McAdoo Clares Elementary Middle School, my hometown, they had the STEM bus there. And this bus really gets children engaged from elementary to middle school and get them interested if there is an interest or pique their curiosity. Do you like the maths? Do you like the maths and sciences? And get them some hands-on work. And then they can make a decision from there. Is STEM something I want to pursue? Now they're starting to transition STEM to STEAM and put arts in there as well. So that's a really neat program that they have. Dave Minning, a local guy here, really puts his heart and soul into this program. But I'm also super impressed. They went after some federal funding. I think roughly around $960,000 they received to get this bus. And it's actually a trailer that they haul in, and they do all the sciences right there on the trailer. Let the kids interact with this this trailer type bus atmosphere, and I'm really impressed by it. My daughter, who is now 17, is a senior in the high school, attends the STEM school. She didn't have this opportunity, so she went on a whim and said, I'm going to try this, Dad. And she applied for Academy of Sciences down with the Hazleton Area School District High School, got accepted, and she's in her senior year now. So yay for her, and just a great program overall. So I'm excited to see what the STEM bus has in the future for younger generation as well.
So the plan is to take that to all the local elementary, middle schools in Hazleton?
Yeah, that's what they said. They already hit 3 of them, and they want to expand more. Now they want to take it up north too, like the Wilkes-Barre area. I say keep it down here, keep it with us. Being greedy, but yeah, they want to expand it more and more. But it started right here in the greater Hazleton area, so I'm very happy to report that great things are continuing to happen.
That's great. Lots of great information.
Yeah, and if we could also give a shout out about my social media page, I've always liked to plug that, repwatchrow.com. That's my website. Go on there. You could sign up for weekly emails, which I give good updates to what's happening in the district and down in the Capitol, the People's House down in Harrisburg. And then I have Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. I try to keep everybody apprised on what's going on statewide and back here in the district. And Wyln, can't thank you enough for allowing me always this opportunity to get the good work that we're trying to get done for the people out there. So I appreciate you.
And we appreciate you. We love having you on.
Thank you.
All right, well, that's going to do it for another segment of Watchro's Weekly Update. We'll see you next time.
Welcome back to Feel Good Friday. I'm joined with Dr. John. Dr. John, how's it going?
Good, Ryan. I love to learn as much as I can and to impart that to people as much as I can.
Yep, and we're going to continue what we talked about last week. Last week we talked about warming up. This week we're going to talk about cooling down.
You know, a lot of our patients, when I used to run, and I used to love, I remember those days, 7, 10 miles, I would run and run. On a day like today, be cooler, so you're not too sweaty, but I would always stretch my hamstrings and my calf muscles, but I would always stop my run where I could walk for like the last mile. Let my breathing calm down, stop some perspiration, hydrate, just relax. So there again, we live in a fast-paced world. People these days want to exercise as fast as they can, take a quick shower, get to work, no cool down time. Make the time in our life. It's all priorities. Stop watching TV, stop reading the newspaper, make more times to cool down after your exercise program or after you do your chores at home. Walk around the yard a little bit, just relax those muscles. So when I'm at work here, every 5-6 patients, I do a couple sit-ups. It sort of loosens me up and sort of relaxes my muscles so I can get back, because I'm twisting my body for 45 years. So make the time to cool down, hydrate the body, once again preventing injuries for later on in life.
Yep, and that is very important. I'd like to thank Dr. John for joining us on this edition of Feel Good Friday, and we'll see you next time.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Cooking rice just isn't nice.
Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with Rice Robot, the 1, 2, 3 rice cooker. Watch, 1 add the white cup for rice, 2 add the blue cup for water, 3 click it and let Rice Robot perfectly cook it.
The secret is Perfect Cook technology that surrounds the rice with controlled heat for even cooking. Then Rice Robot senses when it's done, auto stops and keeps it warm to serve.
It won't burn, overcook or undercook, guaranteed.
And rice is just the beginning. Make mac and cheese, frittatas, oatmeals, soups and stews, even ramen dishes. And with a ceramic, ultra non-stick interior, cleanup's a breeze.
Get the complete Rice Robot cooking system with the steamer tray and 1-2-3 recipe guide, all for just $39.99. It comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. We'll even ship your entire order free. Order now.
1-800-640-8545.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35. A Path Through History is sponsored by the Old Jail Museum, 128 West Broad Street in Jim Thorpe. Call 570-325-5259 or visit them online at theoldjailmuseum.com.
(1918) sees 2 Shamokin landmarks born. One was the Victoria Theatre on West Independence Street, originally opening with vaudeville acts and stage shows before becoming exclusively a movie theater. Designed in the Beaux Arts style, it had room for 1,700 patrons and was designed like a European opera house with a high dome ceiling and many chandeliers. It had distribution deals with MGM, 20th Century Fox, Paramount, and United Artists over the years. The Victoria Theatre was named to the National Register of Historic Places in 1985, but closed a few years afterwards, fell into disrepair, and was torn down for a Rite Aid in 1998. Still in operation today, however, is the Coney Island Restaurant, also located on Independence Street. Opened by Pete and Tessa Garant in February 1918, it is still operated today by their descendants, offering hot dogs, hamburgers, and many other lunch counter staples to those who drop in. Besides the Victoria Theatre, Shamokin and other movie houses see their favorite movies in for much of the 20th century. The Majestic Theatre, in fact, stood directly next door to the Victoria on West Independence Street. Opened in 1917 by Buckley Amusements, it was not quite as grand a cinema house as the Victoria, but still had capacity for 930 guests. The Majestic showed primarily MGM films up till the 1950s, after which it switched to B movies from smaller studios. It was demolished in the 1960s and replaced by a J.C. Penney's. There was also the Capitol Theatre on East Independence Street. It was larger than the Majestic, but smaller than the Victoria, with a capacity of 1,138 seats. It showed films from Paramount, Columbia, Universal, and Warner Brothers, and was well known for its Saturday morning cartoon carnival showings. Like the Majestic, the Capitol Theatre closed in the 1960s, and a Wendy's now stands on its site. Shamokin has sent many of its men and women to war over the years, like many other towns. And Shamokin's veterans have prominent places in military history. One in question was Holden Richardson, who graduated from the U.S. Naval Academy in 1901. He became the Navy's first engineering test pilot, learning to fly from aviation pioneer Glenn Curtiss, and helped design some of the first seaplanes. Richardson was at the controls of an early test flight of an NC-1 seaplane in Jamaica Bay on October 4, 1918, and then flew it to Washington for inspection by Navy leaders. A year later, on May 8, 1919, he was behind the stick of NC-3, one of a squadron of 4 seaplanes that attempted a transatlantic flight from Rockaway to the Azores. Richardson's plane was forced to come down roughly 200 miles short of the Azores and taxi the rest of the way, but he would still receive the Navy Cross for his efforts. The same year Richardson attempted to cross the Atlantic, Shamokin's Herbert Hopwood graduated from the U.S. Naval Academy. He served on several battleships during the final months of World War I, and will receive his first command position in 1928 aboard the destroyer USS Hart. He will return to Annapolis in the pre-war years to teach gunnery and ordnance. Upon the outbreak of World War II, Hopwood was assigned to the Bureau of Naval Personnel, working to expand the Navy to accommodate a swarm of new recruits. He would directly join the conflict in 1944, commanding the cruiser Cleveland. He would lead the ship in action in Peleliu in the Philippines, among other battles. After the war, Hopwood would join the Revolt of the Admirals, a protest against naval budget cuts by Secretary of Defense Lewis Johnson. In 1955, he would be named commander of the First Fleet, and in 1958 was promoted to full admiral, the only man from the coal region to date to reach the rank, and named commander-in-chief of the Pacific Fleet. In 1960, he would participate in a public demonstration of a new naval communications system that used the moon as a radio relay to deliver teletype messages from coast to coast. He retired later that year. Admiral Herbert Hopwood died in 1966, and like Holden Richardson, rests today in Arlington National Cemetery. Drive-ins popped up across the country beginning in the 1940s, and the Shamokin area would be part of the craze as well. The Shamokin Drive-In opened on July 14th, 1950 with the Betty Grable film Beautiful Blonde from Bashful Bend, as well as a Three Stooges short film and a Mighty Mouse cartoon. It would entertain moviegoers through the mid-1960s, after which road construction would reroute Route 61 through the property, obliterating all traces of the drive-in. Although Edgewood Park closed its doors for good in 1964, Shamokin residents could still enjoy amusement park fun close by. Doodlebug Park, built around a lake of Route 225 southwest of Shamokin near Trevorton, opened for guests on June 22, 1958. Built primarily for younger guests, its main attraction was the junior roller coaster Little Dipper. Its other attractions included a stagecoach ride, a train, a whip, a tank ride, Skyfire airplane ride, turnpike cars, a Ferris wheel, a carousel, a tilt-a-whirl, and pony carts. An 18-foot paddle wheel boat, the Maverick Queen, sailed in the wake as well. Doodlebug Park closed in 1976. It was also in the mid-60s that Pennsylvania began merging high schools together to cut down the number of school districts statewide. In the crosshairs of this decision was Shamokin High School and Cole Township High School. Large contingents of both school districts were resistant to the decision to merge them, as the Shamokin Greyhounds and Cole Township Purple Demons have been longtime rivals in many sports. Both school districts wanted to retain their identities as much as possible. In the end, the offer of a financial incentive to merge proved lucrative enough for both school districts to merge in 1965, a year ahead of schedule. The combined school, in deference to both schools' districts' identity concerns, originally was to be named the Shamokin Cole Township School District. When some Shamokin board members, on the grounds of the name being too long, deleted Cole Township's name from the title, the Cole Township faction almost backed out of the merger. As a compromise, a final name was made the Shamokin Area School District, and Cole Township's purple and white colors were carried over to the new school district. Today, Shamokin Area Indians athletics brings both Shamokin and Cole Township much pride all through the school year.
Lehigh Valley Health Network is now proudly part of Jefferson Health. And when two healthcare leaders come together for the community, you can expect more. More access, more doctors, more convenience. Jefferson Health and Lehigh Valley Health Network. Together for the future of care.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
This week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, Nicole Bookman and our star Damien is going to explain why the birth process could be traumatizing to the baby and how a chiropractic adjustment is safe, gentle, and maybe every baby should get a chiropractic analysis just to see if their neck's in alignment. Watch the show.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.